Hello and welcome to another weekly market commentary for the Russell Futures, proudly brought to you by Trade with Precision and icecommentary.com. Hello, my name is Ryan Schofield, standing in for Nick MacDonald. So we're looking here at the Russell. It's been quite an interesting week in that we pretty much haven't really made too much of a headway this week. Now, the reason why I say that is this. We've got these two major levels right here formed from the last, or June's trading action. And this week has pretty much been sitting right through there. Okay, that's the week in summary right there. We're beneath this major 850 resistance level. Okay, and this to me is a little bit of a warning sign. Okay, because what I really want to see is us get through 850 and start to show signs of pushing through. I mean, how many times have we failed right there? We got above, but all of a sudden we cracked back beneath. There's so many times on this chart that we've just failed to get above and start to show some real signs of breaking out to clear air. Now these levels show themselves much better on this weekly chart. If I zoom right out, you can see that the 850 level has played quite an important role looking back. Okay, and that's where we are at this moment. We've been there for about 4 months, just really battling with the ceiling. Okay, really battling. So we get up there, we fall away, we get back up there, and this time, are we going to stay or not? So this is actually a very crucial part on this weekly chart. Let me just zoom back in over here. The reason why I say that is if we really fail at this attempt on 850, this might be the one that, or the straw that breaks the camel's back before we start to roll over. We can't say. And that's really what I'm watching for now. Having said that, this last week's candlestick is actually relatively bullish. Okay, zooming right in there. This last week's candlestick, having a look there. Let me mark it for you. There we go. So we've really started to show signs. We're in the buy zone. All the moving averages are pointing up quite nicely. And if we can get above that level, next week may be quite an interesting week. We might actually finally get above that 850 and start to show some good signs of pushing on. Now, the reason why I'm still calling it bullish on these index markets are these monthly charts. They are so good. They're so well structured, and they're in a beautiful uptrend right now. And I think that there is still some continuation. I remain bullish on the higher time frames. The July candlestick, we've got a week to go before it closes. So there is a potential for this week to cause some a big shift or change in the shape of this candlestick. But having a look at that, I think that if we can remain reasonably in the same shape, this candlestick to me has got a good indication. If we can get above this monthly candlestick, I definitely remain very bullish on these higher time frames. Okay, so that's one thing. Now, using these other index markets to get a good feel for where the futures are going to go is always a good idea. And I like to always look at the Dow, the S&P, and the Nasdaq cash indices just to get a good feel for where those markets are. And you can see they're pretty similar. Looking at the Dow, quite similar, aren't they? There's the same structure, the same price structure. And we just need to start to show signs of breaking out. Okay, I would love to see a continuation. This is in all technical analysis and price action analysis, that is definitely in an uptrend right now. However, we do have these levels that we need to start to get through. Okay, you can see this level here, this resistance through there. We need to get through that, folks. If we can get through that this week, then I remain quite nicely bullish on the higher time frames and as well as on these lower time frames then. What I really do like, and looking now at the Nasdaq, because I think that's quite interesting right there, is that we actually have clearly broken out to a new high now. So in this weekly chart, you can see we have been in a little bit of almost like a box consolidation through there, and we've now broken up through the big number of 2400, and we've closed. So Friday was a very big day for the Nas. We've broken up above 10-year highs, and we've closed it, and that's a good sign. We are definitely now starting to show signs of moving higher. But hang on, one thing I don't like about it is this. MACD and RSI are both diverging on the breakout to new highs. Now that's not going to stop me being bullish. What that's going to do is going to start to ring some alarm bells. Okay, that's just ringing alarm bells. I'm not going to go all out and put all my money on buying the breakout here because of the fact that there's some divergence, and it's always good to take it in context. Now, just looking at this monthly chart, you can see how much better this monthly chart is than the Russell, because we've actually really broken above this very bullish candlestick in June, and we're looking like we're showing signs of closing above it. We've got a week to go. We don't know just yet, but this if you just had to consider this chart on its own, this definitely does look like it's continuing to the upside. Okay, let's have a look at the price action for the last 11 year. or 10 years or so, and you can see there we go, we've broken out to all-time new high 2400, and there is some a good potential. I mean, there are some levels in here where we would be looking to aim at, but those are very, very far away. We've got a big number of 2500, we've got this actual support and resistance structure through there at 3000. I mean, those are far, far away from us right now. We've got a long way to go before we get up to this level up here. But on the monthly chart, anything's possible. Okay, anything's possible right now. So the high time frames, all the monthlies are still looking good to the upside. The weekly on the NAS is divergent on the break to the new high. So there's a bit of a sweet and sour tail right there this week because of the divergence. But we've broken and closed above 2400. So we've got to read it. We've got to take it in context. Now going back to the Russell. So what do I think for the week ahead? Well, having a look at this trading action, I'm not seeing a whole lot of trending going on or beautiful, solid, fluid moves right now. This 850 ceiling is definitely in the way. Now we've got to get above this 850 ceiling, and I'd like to see us a break above that high and 850 and close. I'd like to see that. So we can get above, let's put a number out there, 860. So this week we can get above 860 and close up there. That would definitely start to spark some good interest for a nice potential trend to then form. And that trend could run on. Okay, based on that monthly chart, you could see that there is definite move to the upside. Now if we don't get above 850, well then it's going to be an opportunity for traders to then start to look to fade these moves. I mean, you can see the shape of it. Down at 760 odd, 765, there is a good support area. I mean, if you can get a short through here, there is a nice little move for the potential counter trend trader to get this down to the bottom of this box consolidation. So there are those opportunities as well. However, I remain, if I had to put it out there, I remain bullish because of higher time frames. And I would say a break of 850 and through and close above 860 is very, very possible. And if we do, I'll definitely start to become bullish on the lower time frames as well as the higher time frames. This is an interesting week we're coming up, folks. Hopefully the markets treat us all well, and you enjoyed this market commentary. Hope you have a fantastic week. Bye for now.